Here we go. I learn in this letter that Don Pedro of Aragon comes this night to Messina. We're all moving as one. One sec. He is very near by this. He was not 3 leagues off when I left him. How many gentlemen have you lost in this action? But few of any sort, and none of name. Victory is twice itself when the achiever brings home full numbers. I find here that Don Pedro hath bestowed much honor on a young Florentine called Claudio. Much deserved on his part, and equally remembered by Don Pedro. He hath borne himself beyond the promise of his age, doing in the figure of a lamb the feats of a lion. He hath indeed bettered expectation than you must expect of me to tell you how. He hath an uncle here in Messina, will be very much glad of it. I'm shrieking. I have already delivered him letters, and there appears much joy in him, even so much that joy could not show itself modest enough without a badge of bitterness. Did he break out into tears? In great measure. A kind overflow of kindness. There are no faces truer than those that are so washed. How much better is it to weep at joy than to joy at weeping?
I pray you, is Signor Montanto returned from the wars or no?
I know none of that name, lady. There was none such in the army of any sort. What is he that you ask for, niece? Oh. My cousin means Signor Benedict of Padua. Oh, he is returned, and as pleasant as ever he was.
He set up his bills here in Messina and challenged Cupid at a flight, and my uncle's fool, reading the challenge, subscribed for Cupid and challenged him at the Burbolt. I pray you, how many hath he killed and eaten in these wars? But how many hath he killed? For indeed I promise to eat all of his killing.
Oh, faith, niece, you tax Signor Benedict too much. But he'll meet with you, I doubt it not. He hath done good service, lady, in these wars.
You had a musty victual, and he hath hope to eat it. He is a very valiant trenchman. He hath an excellent stomach.
And a good soldier too, lady. And a good soldier too, lady.
And a good soldier too, a lady. But what is he to a lord?
A lord to a lord, a man to a man, stuffed with all honorable virtues.
It is so indeed. He is no less than a stuffed man, but for the stuffing, well, we are all mortal.
You must not, sir, mistake my niece. There is a kind of merry war betwixt Signor Benedict and her. They never meet, but there's a skirmish of wit between them.
Alas, he gets nothing by that. In our last conflict, 4 of his 5 wits went halting off, and now the whole man governed with 1. So what? So that if he have wit enough to keep himself warm, let him bear it for a difference between himself and his horse, for it is all the wealth that he hath left to be known a reasonable creature. Who is his companion now? He hath every month a new sworn brother.
It's possible?
Very easily possible. He wears his faith but as the fashion of his hat. It ever changes with the next block.
I see, lady. The gentleman is not in your books.
No, and he were, I would burn my study. But I pray you, who is his companion? There is no young squarer now that will make a voyage with him to the devil.
He is most in the company of the right noble Claudio.
Oh, Lord, he will hang upon him like a disease. He is sooner caught than the pestilence, and he runs presently mad. God help the noble Claudio. If he have caught the Benedict, it will cost him £1,000 ere he could.
I will hold friends with you, lady.
Do, good friend.
You will never run mad, niece.
No, not till hot January.
Don Pedro approached.
Good, Signor Leonato. Are you to come meet your trouble? The fashion of the world is to avoid cost, and you encounter it.
1 second, I gotta get my characters aligned.
I'm still not over Leonato.
Okay.
I don't think I'll ever will be.
Okay, there we go. Now, alright, go ahead, Rushi. You're Don Pedro. Go. Go again.
Good, Signor Leonato. Are you to come meet your trouble? The fashion of the world is to avoid cost, and you encounter it.
Never came trouble to my house in the likeness of your grace. For trouble being gone, comfort should remain. But when you depart from me, sorrow abides, and happiness takes his leave.
You embrace your charge too willingly. I think this is your daughter.
Her mother hath many times told me so.
Were you in doubt, sir, that you'd ask her?
Oh, wait a minute. I didn't...
Oh, that's your.
That's me.
I'm just stealing lines.
Yes. Okay, there we go. Whoa, Jeep. Yo, hold on. You're too large. No. Shrink, Jeep. Shrink. There we go. So just to make things clear, I'll be moving in here. Here we go. Here's Benedict.
Such a beautiful name.
Alright, so her mother had oftentimes told me so. Were you in doubt, sir, that you asked her? Senior Benedict, no, for then were you a child.
You have it full, Benedict. We may guess by this what you are, being a man. Truly the lady fathers herself. Be happy, lady, for you are like an honorable father.
If Senior Leonato be her father, she would not have his head on her shoulders for all Messina, as like him as she is.
I wonder that you will still be talking, Signor Benedict. Nobody marks you.
My dear lady Disdain, are you yet living?
It is possible. Disdain should die while she hath much meat food to feed us, Signor Benedict. Courtesy itself must convert to disdain if you come in her presence.
Then is courtesy a turncoat? But it is certain I am loved of all ladies, only you excepted. And I could find in my heart that I had not a hard heart for. Truly, I love none.
A dear happiness to women. They would else have been troubled with a pernicious suitor. I thank God and my cold blood. I am of your humor for that. I had rather hear my dog bark at a crow than a man swear he loves me.
God keep your ladyship still in that mind, so some gentleman or other shall scape a predestined scratched face.
Scratching would not make it worse, and where such a face as yours were.
Well, you are a rare parrot, teacher.
A bit of my tongue is better than a beast of yours.
I would my horse had the speed of your tongue, and so good a continuer. But keep your way. In God's name, I have done.
Will always end with a jade streak. I know you of old. That is the sum of all, Leonato. Signor Claudio and Signor Benedict, my dear friend Leonato, had invited you all. I tell him we shall stay here at the least a month, and he heartily prays some occasion may detain us longer. I dare swear he is no hypocrite, but prays from his heart.
The wizard is back. If you swear, my lord, you shall not be forsworn. Let me bid you welcome, my lord. Being reconciled to the prince your brother, I owe you all duty.
I thank you. I am not of many words, but I thank you.
Please let your grace lead on.
Your hand, Leonato. We will go together.
Exeunt all but Benedict and Claudio. Let's turn off all these characters now.
Bye-bye, wizard!
Alright, now Rushi is in the role of Claudio, and I'm the role of Benedict.
Benedict, didst thou note the daughter of Signor Leonato?
I noted her not, but I looked on her.
Is she not a modest young lady?
Do you question me as an honest man should do for my simple true judgment, or would you have me speak after my custom, as being a professed tyrant to their sex?
No, I pray thee speak in sober judgment.
Why, in faith, methinks she's too low for a high praise, too brown for a fair praise, and too little for a great praise. Only this commendation I can afford her, that were she other than she is, she were unhandsome. And being no other but as she is, I do not like her.
Thou thinkest I am in sport. Thou thinkest I am in sport. I pray thee tell me truly how thou likest her.
Would you buy her that you inquire after her?
Can the world buy such a jewel?
Yea, and a case to put it into. But speak you with this a sad brow? Or do you play the flouting jack to tell us Cupid is a good hair finder, and Vulcan a rare carpenter? Come, in what key shall a man take you, to go in the song?
In mine eyes she is the sweetest lady that I ever looked on.
I can see yet without spectacles, and I see no such matter. There's her cousin, and she were not possessed with a fury, exceeds her as much in beauty as the 1st of May doth the last of December. But I hope you have no intent to turn husband, have you?
I would scarce trust myself, though I had sworn the contrary, if Hero would be my wife.
Is it come to this in faith? Hath not the world one man, but he will wear his cap with suspicion? Shall I never see a bachelor of 80 again? Go to, in faith, and thou wilt needs thrust thy neck into a yoke, wear the print of it, and sigh away Sundays. There we go. Re-enter, Don Pedro. Let me get the charming prince back in here. Now, Rushi will be playing both Don Pedro and Claudio. And that's not the one I want to move. Hold on a second. No. Too much scuff. The wizard came back. Came back at the request of...
The wizard came for wrath. Oh no, it's after me! I shouldn't have made fun of his beard!
There we go. Here we go. Here's Don Pedro. There we go. Don Pedro's back. Hold on. Okay, there you go. Okay, he's facing the wrong way. Now we're gonna flip him back around. Here comes the conclusion of the scene, folks. There we go. Alright, she's playing both again. Here's Don Pedro. He's back. The prince is back.
Oh boy!
Re-enter Don Pedro, and here's Benedict. Look, Don Pedro's returned to seek you.
What secret hath you here? What secret hath held you here, that you followed not to Leonato's?
I would your grace would constrain me to tell.
I judge thee on thy allegiance.
You hear, Count Claudio. I can be secret as a dumb man. I would have you think so. But on my allegiance, mark you this, on my allegiance, he is in love! With who? Now that is your grace's part. Mark how short his answer is. With Hero! Leonato's short daughter!
If it were so words uttered.
Ugh, like the old tale, my lord. It is not so, nor 'twas not so, but indeed, God forbid, it should be so.
If my passion change not shortly, God forbid it should be otherwise. Amen. If you love her, for the lady is very well worthy. You speak this to fetch me in, my lord. By troth, I speak my thought, and in faith, my lord, I spoke mine.
And by my two faiths and troths, my lord, I spoke mine.
That I love her, I feel. That she is worthy, I know.
That I neither feel how she should be loved, nor how she should be worthy, is the opinion that fire cannot melt out of me. I will die in it at the stake.
Thou wast never an obstinate heretic in the despite of beauty, and never could maintain his part in the force of his will.
That a woman conceived me, I thank her. That she brought me up, I likewise give her most humble thanks. But that I will have a receipt winded in my forehead, or hang my bugle in an invisible baldric, all women shall pardon me. Because I will not do them the wrong to mistrust any, I will do myself the right to trust none. And the fine is, for the which I may go the finer, I will live a bachelor.
I shall see thee ere I die, like pale with love.
With anger, with sickness, or with hunger, my lord, not with love. Prove that ever I lose more blood with love than I will get again with drinking. Pick out mine eyes with a ballad maker's pen, and hang me up at the door of a brothel house for the sign of blind Cupid.
Well, if ever thou dost fall from this faith, thou willst prove a notable argument.
If I do, hang me in a bottle like a cat, and shoot at me. And he that hits me, let him be clapped on the shoulder and called Adam.
Well, as time shall try, in time, the savage doe doth bear the yoke.
The savage bull may, but if ever the sensible Benedict bear it, pluck off the bull's horns, and set them in my forehead, and let me be vilely painted, and in such great letters as they write, Here is good horse to hire. Let them signify under my sign, Here you may see Benedict, the married man.
If this should ever happen, thou willst be horn mad. Nay, if Cupid have not spent all his quiver in Venice, thou wilt quake for this shortly.
I look for an earthquake too, then.
Well, you will temporize with the hours. In the meantime, good Signor Benedict, repair to Leonato's, commend me to him, and tell him I will not fail at him at supper, for indeed he hath made great preparation.
I have almost matter enough in me for such an embassage, and so I commit you
to the tuition of God, from my house, if I had it, the 6th of July, your loving friend, Benedict.
Nay, mock me not. Mock not. The body of your discourse is sometime guarded with fragments, and the guards are but slightly basted on neither. Ere you flout to old ends any further, examine your conscience. And so, I leave you. Toodaloo. Toodaloo was ad-libbed.
My liege, your highness.
Now Rushi talks to herself.
Oh, just a normal day in my room then. Okay, got it. Yes. My liege, your highness, now may do me good. My love is thine to teach. Teach it but how, and thou shalt see how apt it is to learn. Any hard lesson that may do thee good. Hath Leonato any son, my lord? No child but Hero. She's his and only heir. She's his only heir. Dost thou affect her, Claudio? Oh, my lord, when you went onward on this ended action, I look upon her with a soldier's eye, that liked but had rougher task in hand than to drive liking to the name of love. But now I am returned, and that war thoughts that have their places vacant in their rooms have left their places vacant in their rooms, have come thronging with soft and delicate desires, all prompting how fair young Hero is, saying I liked her ere I went to war. Thou willst be a lover presently, and tire the hero with a book of words. If thou dost love fair Hero, cherish it. And I will break with her and with her father, and thou shalt have her. Was not to this end that thou hast began to twist so fine a story? How sweetly you do, minister of love, that no loves grieve by this complexion. But lest my liking end too sudden seeing, I would have salved with a longer treatise. What need the bridge much broader than the flood? The fairest grant in the necessity? Look, thou wilt serve as fit. 'Tis once thou lovest, and I will fit thee with the remedy. I know we shall have revelling tonight. I will assume thy part in some disguise. I will tell fair hero I am Claudio, and in her bosom I'll unclasp my heart, and take her hearing prisoner with the force and strong encounter of my amorous tale. And then, after her father, I will break, and the conclusion is, here shall be thine, she shall be thine. In practice, let us put it presently, exeunt.
Isn't it indeed? Yeah! Pachi, Pachi, Pachi!
Yay!
Well done! We did it! You great job, Rushi!
Yay! Yay!